minutes of your time, I promise. One thing in education that is very current today is that when we are planning a lesson, I teach kindergartners, they're 5. I always let them know what our learning objective is. What do I want them to learn when I'm reading them a story, when I'm teaching them a lesson? So my learning objective for you is to say that I will speak for just myself because I'm the only one standing up here. I need an independent audit, an independent third-party audit on what's happening. You're right, we don't have all the information, but what you don't understand is it's not just TIAA. It includes HSA, it includes 403Bs, I should have worn my glasses. It includes W-2s, it includes FSAs, it includes gender changes, it includes date of birth. So for instance, when I called to speak to why on January 31st, there were 17 adjustments to overpaid contributions, and they asked me for my date of birth, I couldn't give them the answer. I said, I know what my date of birth is, but I'm not sure what you think it is. And I've had 3 letters since then of what my date of birth is. So I'm like, let me check my records. You might think it's this. You might think it's that. I believe it to be this when I was born. Then we received an email from Mr. Lacey and Superintendent Garceau on February 27th, outlining all the changes and assuring us that the steps are being made. But you understand our reluctance in stating that the changes are happening from our payroll department, from our HR department. I went back 2 years on my TIAA, and this has never happened before January 31st of this year. And I'm naive enough to think that this is just a mistake. But I also know that there are a lot of mistakes that are happening. And I also know when you don't know the answers, you have to seek the truth. And I also know if you're making the mistakes, perhaps you don't have the answers to the truth. I understand you want to give it 3 weeks for it to figure out, but who's figuring that out? The people who are making the mistakes? Me? I'm calling them again. I'm searching my files again. Who's figuring out these mistakes? How are we figuring out these mistakes? I'm near the end of my career, right? I'm 27 years in. I've got young kids, so I'm not that close as I'd like to be. But there are brand new teachers with major issues on some of these things who might not have the gall to get up here and stand in front of people who they don't know to speak about their issues, or may not be town residents and feel they should speak at these issues. So I feel like we need to stand up for them. March 14th, another 14 adjustments on one day came through. I just received another letter last week that my date of birth was changed again. I'm not changing my date of birth. I don't know where this is coming from. So I appreciate that it's going on the May 6th agenda. I hope you're talking to everyone. I hope you're asking the same questions about why, who, how. We're all asking these questions. My learning objective is that I would like an outside audit, an outside consultant for an independent audit for all Westerly Public School employees, because we stand together. Everybody has issues. Everybody has issues. Some people do not understand how to find those issues. I found some. Do I think I found all of them? I don't know. Hopefully. A success criteria, which is also what we need at the end of our lesson. How do we know when our lesson has been successful? We'll know when it's successful when you approve this outside audit. It's the only thing that can happen. People make mistakes, I understand that, but that is the success criteria for this objective. Thank you for listening.